Introduction. This is the book you and I have been waiting for since authoring my first book, The Anunnaki of Nibiru, released August 4th, 2013. The issues and questions that this research raised with the readers was carefully studied to determine where the link was between the past disclosures concerning humanity's South African Genesis account and today. Where does one proceed after discovering that modern man was fashioned by the Anunnaki to supplant the labor force they brought to Earth from Nibiru? This knowledge changes all that we have been coerced into believing as the truth. A theme began to emerge, given the lessons garnered from sacred writings accessed. The profound nature of the material provided in this book took time to study, understand, process the lessons, and assimilate them into a coherent message that picks up where the reader left off in the Anunnaki of Nibiru. Questions were posed by the reader, such as, if the Anunnaki created mankind, then who created them? The answer takes one back to the source of our reality. Are we evolving physically and consciously toward an archetype used in our biological design? Where are we headed as a species, and to what extent are our genetic creators shaping the outcome? Are the Anunnaki remnants attempting to establish a one-world government, revealing the severe oppressive nature of some malignant entity that animates the Dark Lords? Evil forces appear to be having their way with the primitive worker populace as destruction reigns in the headlines. In my quest to find the trail that leads to ascension out of the prison planet conditions we find ourselves in, no map was found. The truth, as it always has been for participants on the stage of life, is a pathless land. Only through deep seeking, vetting the lessons at a spiritual level, could the sought-after wisdom be accessed. Profound and timely guidance inscribed as character-building law codes from the twin pillars of Enki Poseidon's legendary city Atlantis holds the keys to our ascension. It is now time to explode the glass ceiling of oppression, rising in consciousness from our lowly primitive worker state, unaware of the intervention that turned a hairy barbarian from the land of Chem to a mystery school graduate, opening the guarded portal on Earth to return to the source of all creation. Mystery schools along the Niles, established by the first alchemist, Thoth the Atlantean, instructed highly qualified candidates in the ancient science of continuous creation. Some well-known graduates include Plato and Pythagoras. Thoth, also known as Ningshita in the Sumerian cuneiform records, had many names and cultures separated by thousands of years. Also known as names for him, caused many consternations in the Abrahamic religion. Ningshita, Thoth the Atlantean, thrice great Hermes, Yahashua, biblical Jesus, and Melchizedek are just a few. Thoth was one of the immortals that chose to participate in helping mankind out of his quarantined perception prison. Combining genealogy studies, biblical theology, ancient astronaut theory, geopolitical developments, and a deep scientific understanding of the properties and nature of light led to an unexpected outcome, a profound unveiling intended for my supporters. The message and detailed criteria on how to participate in the Great Year Ascension is presented to the reader in a manner that is easy to understand, given the complex nature of our reality. The unveiling reinvigorated me to write this book, simultaneous to the timing of the great culling planned for World War III. The reader will undoubtedly put the book down, zealously seeking to share the wisdom with family and friends, arming them with the knowledge that removes any remaining ideas or fear about the sting of death as we understand it. Overcoming our fear of death is part of the process to embrace the transformation we experience during aging. What if you knew that death was an illusion and conducted your life to achieve the goals that were determined by the Creator of all to lead you to the reflective consciousness that is the source of space-time and our reality here on the seventh planet, where Mercury, Ningshita's role to raise mankind's consciousness during the ascension window is reaching a crescendo. Join me on this profound, life-altering journey where the reader will encounter the mystical process that leads to the knowledge and reality of immortality if one chooses it, May the soul of the universe be with you and provide you unmatched peace and comfort, holding thy form through the transition to a new reality. I look forward to meeting you all at the source. Thank you for your support.